Hey yo, what's up broskies and gamers? What's up YouTube? What's going on? What's happening? I've been doing a lot of therapy recently and I have a lot of newfound confidence in things, and so I'm trying something new and I'm making a video, and this video is I'm gonna rank all of the hold on one sec. I'm going to be ranking all of my shadow plushies, and just talking about all of them and like what they mean to me, and their history. So, and then I'm going to have a couple of honorable mentions at the end that aren't necessarily shadow plushies, but I want to talk about them because they are like associated with shadow and I think they're cool. So we'll get started. I'm just going to pick a random one and we're going to go from like 1 to 10. 10 being like Sonic 06 shadow, and 1 being what's a shadow I really hate? Sonic Boom's shadow. The worst shadow, probably. There's probably worse ones. Hot take. Anything with Kirk Thornton is really bad in my book. I really don't like that guy's voice. I don't think it sounds like Shadow. I'm kind of a Jason Griffith purist, you could say. I have a lot of opinions. Anyway, let's get started. So this one, he's fairly new. I actually don't remember where I got him. He was probably a gift. I think maybe my girlfriend got me this one. So he's, past couple of years. He's nothing special. His proportions are a little weird, but they all are. So it's like you can't really complain. You can kind of just be like, well, does he look kind of cute and cohesive as like a little guy? If you're going with that logic, I think we can say for certain that this is a little guy, and I do like the little guy. So I think I'd give him as a shadow plushie like a 6.5 out of 10, which is probably equal to 6.5 out of 10 is like super silver. I think super silver feels like a 6.5 out of 10. For me personally, I'm not like the biggest silver fan. I like him a lot, but just like the scope of how much I like other Sonic characters more. Okay, I actually am filming this after I filmed all the other stuff, but I found another shadow plushie I forgot about on my floor because my room is really messy. So here is Ball Shadow, and this is actually the first gift that I know for a fact, my girlfriend got me this as like her first gift to me before we were even dating. So she won my heart, as you can tell. So this guy, I do like him. I like that they committed to he's a ball, and he's got little feet. You can kind of flick. His hands are right there, right where his pockets would be if he was wearing any clothing. And he's got a. I like his back. It's very like kind of classic like hedgehog / vague rodent. I appreciate the they did not spare much for the ball. I think I would rate this one. Again, we have to take into account sentimental value. I think this one would be maybe an 8 out of 10 because it makes me think about my girlfriend. Okay, we're moving on. We're going to go with this one. This one also is a newer one. This was my friend worked at a crane machine place for a while, and he like intentionally like won it for me, and gave it to me. And that was really nice of him, and he's a good friend. It is really weird though, like I do not understand this like pattern they put all over his body. Even on his little tuchus, he's got Sonic on his ass. Like, he wishes, Again, like, this is another little guy. They designed him like a little guy. He looks like the original one that's, like, regular colored. That's not a knockoff. And I like that one, too. I don't think I have a regular one of these, but I'd like one because they're cute. And I think The eyes are sweet. He doesn't look too like angry, you know, just grumpy. He likes more like Grumpy Cat or something. Oh, I have to rank him. He is a, I don't fucking know. He's like a solid 5 out of 10. Like, I think like for me, like just the fact that it's kind of a knockoff, like, well, I think all of my plushies are probably some sort of knockoff, except for the ones with the official Sonic tag, I guess. But I rip off the tags on like most of my plushies, so I'm that kind of guy. I don't care about shit like that. But yeah, oh no, he does have the official tag. I'm so stupid. I've been like batting it around this whole time. Okay, so this is official Sonic merch. That's weird. It's just weird. I like it. It's fine. It looks like ADHD. It's great. Next up, we've got this guy. He is fairly old, I'm pretty sure. I feel like I got him in like middle school. Like I feel like he was like my 3rd Shadow plushie ever or something. And I really want to say that when I would play with my Sonic plushies as a kid and assign them like either what they were, like something else, he was assigned like a different character in my brain, and I don't remember what that character is, but this was like a different character to me. He was like Metal Sonic or something. So I didn't see this as much of a Shadow plushie growing up. I also just thought his eyes were really wonky. It's hard to take him seriously as a Shadow plushie. I don't like his smile at all. But like his quill proportions, I think, are pretty good. Like from the back, he looks like Hero's Shadow, and he like looks, I don't know, like something about Hero's Shadow and like Shadow the Hedgehog 2005 Shadow, and even like Sonic Adventure 2 Shadow. Like something about like looking at the back of his quills has always been really satisfying for me. As like just like a visual stim or something. But he looks I just really like it from the back. He looks super normal from the back, and then he turns around and you're like, oh, who are you? Really nice to meet you. So he gets, since has nostalgia value, he's like a 7 out of 10. Without nostalgia value, he'd be like a 4 out of 10 just for the eyes and the mouth, and I don't know. He's just, I mean, like the Sonic characters are wrongly proportioned in general. So when the plushies get that way, it's like 10 times more like grotesque and like disproportioned. Next up, we're gonna do this guy. From the front, I like him. You know, like I think this face, like these proportions, I think this is like a good look. I like his little guy body. Again, he's like a little guy. Like, I mean, his head's big, but like that's okay. He's not like a bobblehead. He's a little bit of a bobblehead. The one thing that gets me about this design is that it's very flat, and it's very strange when you start kind of turning him around. And this looks goofy as hell, and that's great. But yeah, he's just really flat. So I know you're supposed to probably hang him on the wall, but he doesn't even have a fucking hang hook like a bunch of other plushies do. I do not remember who got me this one. This one was also a gift. You can tell that I'm very open with the people in my life about my interests. And they love me and give me Shadow plushies. Like, it's awesome. You guys should, like, try, like, opening yourself up to people and making friends because they give you things. I didn't rank him. I think for the flatness, he's a 3 out of 10. It's too much. It's too much for me. We're actually getting down to like the last 2 before the honorable mentions, and both of these are my these are my guys. Okay, first we're gonna start with Michael the Shadow Android. This is not Shadow the Hedgehog to me. This is not a Shadow the Hedgehog plushie. I got this and I had a fan character. It was like my second fan character I ever made when I was in 5th grade, named Michael the Shadow Android. And he was a Shadow Android who was like made wrong. So he was like organic, but like he was also robotic enough to like trick Eggman into believing he was just a straight android with no autonomy. But anyway, he escapes Eggman's base and then is like found by Shadow, and Shadow like almost kills him, and then he's like, no, I'm like your brother. And Shadow's like, oh, I have a brother. Anyway, so that's the story of Michael the Shadow Android. And so I made, this is the second Shadow plushie I ever got, and I made this Michael. So I could like play around and be like, I'm Michael, I'm Shadow, blah, blah, blah. Sneak peek. But yeah, so that's Michael. Nostalgia factor is like 9 out of 10. You know, he loses a little bit of points for being, he is like completely, has no stuffing in most of his quills at this point. There was some a little bit, but they were slipping out like when I bought him. And he's just very like, he is very goofy, weird, like shaped body just because he has like no stuffing in him. Like they just forgot to fill it halfway. They just stopped. And he's got like these goofy eyes. 9 out of 10. Okay, last one before honorable mentions. This is my very first Shadow the Hedgehog plushie I ever received. I think I got this hat maybe 3 or 4 years later or something, but like this is like one of my other older pieces of Shadow merch, but like this is my very first Shadow the Hedgehog plushie. So you can see like he's very worn and discolored, and eyes, his eyes were like these hard plastic things, and the color wore off after a bit because I was sleeping with him every night like this. And I would use Sharpie and draw in the eyes every time, and the Sharpie would come off a lot faster than the initial paint did, so I was doing that like every couple weeks. I was just like maintaining his eyes. So I've sewn up like both his arms. You can see like this is the first time I ever sewed anything, was to repair my Shadow the Hedgehog plushie. One leg doesn't have like hardly any stuffing in it. One leg is like stuffed full, so he's got like weird leg shapes. His gloves and shoes are so gray and dusty just from all the times I've taken him places. His shoes are worn out. You can barely tell that he has hover shoes. His poor hover shoes. Oh, I sewed up his back. I sewed up his back like multiple times because just the stuffing was coming out. Yeah, so this is my 10 out of 10 Shadow the Hedgehog plushie because he's my guy. He's been with me through so many hardships, so many wonderful moments, so many beautiful things we've seen together. So yeah, okay, now we're going to do the honorable mentions. There's 3 of them. So the first one is, I know he's not Shadow the Hedgehog, but he is my second favorite Sonic character ever, is Mephiles the Dark, and I got the plushie a couple years ago, and I love him, and he's so soft and squishy. Like, he actually is, like, so, like, he's velvety soft. It, like, the purple part is, like, super soft. This is like a different texture, like his eyes are a different texture. This is textured. His spikes they blend really, like they have really clear lines. Like it's just like a really quality plush. Like this is like added on, and like these are textured. Like he's got his like crystals coming out of his hands, and like they didn't even give him feet. I love it. He doesn't have feet in the game, and they fucking didn't give it to him. And that's so it's so accurate. Like you can tell that the people who designed this, whoever it was, they really like studied the character model and like translated it so well to like a simple plush. And he's not simple. I mean, he's like pretty complex, and I love him. I love him. I love him. He's so cool. Like 10 out of 10 for sure. The other honorable mention is I have a Dark Chow plushie, and I just associate Dark Chow with Shadow so much that I just wanted to include him. He's just big and really easy to hug, and whenever I cosplay Shadow, which is, you know, more often than you would probably think, I like carry him around, and it's like that's my guy. Because Shadow has a dark plush apparently these days. I don't know. I don't keep up with as much like modern Sonic lore. I'm kind of a kids these days, adventure era kind of nincompoop. And also, I appreciate a lot of things about modern Sonic And I do plan on like playing some games. Like I really want to play Frontiers. No, yeah, because Frontiers is not Sonic Forces. I did not like Sonic Forces. That was too grimdark for me. That was scary. I like Sonic 06, but I didn't like that, weirdly. The last plushie we're going to talk about is Mephiles the Dark. So this was a shadow plushie I got, and he's kind of bigger than my other ones. Like you can see, like this is the tinier guy for size comparison. Probably my like oldest shadows plushie is in between these sizes, like so. And I got shadow plushie, and I had my mom drive me to Michael's to get fabric paint. Painted his muzzle white, and his stripes, I painted them all blue. I didn't do another coat because I was kind of scared it was going to be too hard. And it kind of was at first, but it's because I've had this plush so long, it's really softened out. You can tell that I've also hugged this one a lot. I've slept with this one a lot growing up as well. And it's no wonder I've been shipping Mephato for like 20 years at this point. You can see the like it's wearing off on the bottom, so you can see shadows like hover skates underneath. And then I painted the eyes just with regular like acrylic paint, and they just kind of chipped over the years, but first stayed pretty on. I mean, my painting job as a child with like shaky hands, chronically, like, you know, it is what it is, and I love it, and I love him, and I was able to like have at least a tangible enough object that I could project my fantasies about like what I wanted Mephiles to be doing in his whatever he does. So yeah, 10 out of 10. And that's pretty much all my Sonic plushies, or my Shadow the Hedgehog plushies at least. I have other Sonic plushies. Bye.